Hello fishing friends, this is Matthew with Out Fishing 13. I'm down here on the Provo River, just west of the I-15, and I'm going to go fish for some brown trout and along the Provo River. Today I'm going to be using a little Rapala, and that tends to be pretty successful. There's other things that you can use as well. I like to use a Rapala, some artificial bait. Anyways, and I might wander down to the Provo Boat Harbor and see what's going on down there. Anyways, come along, let's go fishing. Wish me luck. At least for a little bit. I might switch to a spinner, but this is just a little 2-inch, like an F5 or F3 Rapala rainbow pattern. These are pretty effective. Let's see how it works. Let's see if we can attract some nice brown trout. Today I'm fishing with my Mercury Zebco rod. It's a 6-foot graphite performance, and my Zebco Omega Pro Z03. I like this little setup. It's a good little setup. The way I'm working this today is casting out. It's a floating Rapala, and you don't need to just crank it in all the time. You want it to look like a fish that's struggling, and so you cast it out and let it float and give it little twitches. And I just had a strike that didn't take it all the way, but there's one of about 10 inches that just came up to strike at it. Let's see if we can get him interested again. My dad I had another one come up and look at it. They're not too interested though, they're just kind of looking at it. That means they're not super hungry. But my dad used to fish with what he called a Provo River special. And just a regular hook with thread tied along the body, and it looked like a leech. Oh, there's a fish that just jumped. Did you see that? Wasn't very big, but there's a lot of bugs. I might try my hopper. I'm gonna go try this down a little bit lower. Anyways, they just fish with a spinning rod, and that Provo River special, I had a big hackle on it, so it must have looked like a leech or a little minnow or a little scud or something like that, or maybe even there used to be a lot of them in here. There's not so much anymore. I don't know why, but there used to be a lot of little bullheads, sculpins in this river, and there's not very many anymore. There's one. That's a white bass. What in the heck they doing all the way up here? Well, I might have to go get my cooler and take some home for a fish fry. I think I will. Caught a nice little white bass. So I'm going to show you a little trick how to get your line straightened out a little bit. All you need to do is just take your hook or your lure, or have somebody hold on to it. I'm just gonna snag it on this limb, this little limb, and then I'm gonna let out some string about 30 feet, and then I'm gonna caulk it and give it a stretch, and that will stretch a bunch of the memory out of it, because when you have a reel that sits around for 2 or 3 weeks, and this one probably has, the memory develops into it until you catch a fish or get a snag. Anyways, let's see if we can catch another one. Oh, caught another one. Okay, 2 casts, 2 fish. There's a whole bunch of them here, and they're not too big, but you know what? I'll let that one go. But they got past some other diversion dams. Oh, there you go, buddy. There's a whole school of them right there. Look at that big school. I wish you could see it. I need to get my, there's a big school right there. He got off. Huh. They're not really into that. Okay, there's my little rebel craw. Alright, let's try it out. Okay, I put on a little rebel crick hopper. These are little great little lures. Okay, they're not really loving that. I'll try one more cast, and then I'm going to put on a Panther Martin. Panther Martin, let's see how you do. I'm probably going to lose this one. Wow. They're not too into that. Kind of surprised. Huh. I'm going to just go back to my Rapala. Rainbow trout. I can see some white bass sitting right down there. 3 big fat ones. Let's see if they're attracted to this little lure swimming right over the top of them. Not too much. Put on. Let's see if we can catch some of them. They may not be hungry, may not be biting. So we'll just have to see. I had one. Had a bite. Let's see if we can get another one to come play. Oh, it's really slow. Got one. Nice fat one. go get my cooler and see if I can catch some more. What?
You can fish me. There are fish in there.
Yeah. Yeah, white bass. Well, I had a lot of fun. I caught a couple little white bass right along in the Provo River where the water's real clear. They weren't biting very aggressively. I think I missed the bite by a couple hours. The bite was supposed to be good around 1 to 3, and I got there a little bit later than that, a couple hours. And there's a few fishermen down here at the mouth of the Provo River catching some fish, but I didn't get any bites. It's really slow for everybody. So I'm going to call it a night. It was a lot of fun catching these. Let me show you the fish, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye. So there's a couple little nice fat white bass. I'll take those home and cook them up.